What is going on, Ben Nation? Until there's a utility, until there's a reason, until there's a function, everything is built around the community. And sometimes a community fades, sometimes a community rises up. In the case of Pepe, we saw a massive rise in a community and we saw a gigantic pump in the price. In the case of Ben, what we're witnessing is the fallout, the continued fallout from ETHBen and all of the shenanigans that went on with him, with Loyal and Psyop and Dave, I think it was, and Tom, and I think that there was Jerry at one point. Then there was that one word, and then there was the cult one, and he just launches new tokens to drain people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and it created a toxic culture. And we were stuck in the middle of it. Now, in the meantime, Bitboy Crypto and Cassie are working in the background to make big things happen for you in relation to this entire crypto market. One of those was some initiatives for billboards and stuff like that. And you saw some of the billboards in New York City, and they're going to continue to roll out. But in the meantime, it was recognized that there was a need for a V2 contract. And I'm going to show you a little bit right now. We're going to really kind of look at some chart action, stuff like that. And I'm going to give you guys some insight as to what is going on. And there is an active person that is trying to FUD the project. His name is Chaddington Tinyboner. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Chaddington is, he's a chat. And what he wants to do is he wants to shake you out, and he wants to shake you out of a position. Now, here's the thing. If a person with a little bit of money wants to shake you out of their position or out of your position, then why do you think that is? And be honest, right? Be honest. He's not hating you because he's trying to lose a bunch of money, which he did, by the way, lost a ton. What he wants to do is shake you out of a position so that he can get into a better position, right? And I know that you're probably thinking, no, it can't be the case. Well, let me show you, and then you be the judge, okay? First of all, here's the price action right now. You don't like this. Obviously, nobody likes to see this kind of action on the chart. You might be wondering, like, well, this is more than when it launched. Well, it launched with a pre-sale because ETHBen, that's what ETHBen likes to do. He likes to grab all of your ETH, and then he likes to slowly inject liquidity, et cetera, et cetera. And this pump right here, this is what we saw when Bitboy finally took everything over, right? We saw that massive move to the upside. And I hope everybody took profits at that point, because if you did, you're feeling pretty good. Now, if you got in on the downside in the hopes that Bitboy was going to pump the chart, you've seen some pumps, you've seen some moves to the upside, you've seen some good opportunities to accumulate, you've seen plenty of chances here. So it's going to happen again. Now, when I look over here and I make I'm just going to take a pie in the sky sort of, there is this trend line right here, right? And if you guys remember, just a couple days ago, I said that there's probably going to be a relief rally, and it's probably going to go up to about 55, basically. But it's going to reject off of this line right here. And it's going to just take something happening in the market and something happening for an announcement for Bencoin, which there will be, because Bitboy's back now. And he's off of his vacation. He's off of everything. You remember, the market conditions have not been favorable. So we've been dealing with both a FUD campaign, and we've been dealing with market conditions. Now, that being said, let's move on to one more thing. Now, why is it down? Well, not too long ago from 31. And look, I don't want to say that this is entirely it, but you had somebody who sold 35 ETH worth of Ben in one fell swoop. Now, that is what you call a low rent mouth breather, right? Now, what did it do to the chart? Well, let's go over here and let's kind of look at this Ben chart on the hour campaign, and that's the sell. That's where the big sell happens, and it takes you from 31 all the way down here. Now, along with that, were there a bunch of sells that came along? No, not really. There was a bunch of buyback that started to happen. Then there was another sell because somebody's like, oh gosh, I just saw that it went down. And they said, because that's what people do, and that's okay. But I want you to look at this donkey right here, and I want you to understand what this Chaddington Tinyboner did. And you might say, well, it's not funny when you call somebody Chaddington Tinyboner. It 100% is, okay? It 100% is. Now, when you look at this, you can see from 63 days ago, this person started buying Ben. Let's go look at 63 days ago because we know what's up, right? We know what's up. So let's go. 63 days ago, where was the price 63 days ago? Let's we're going to take that and we're going to come over here. 63 days ago, the minimum maximum price action over here means this guy bought Ben at 707 at a minimum and just sold for 703, which means this is the opposite of a good investor, right? Now, you might say, well, it's just a one buy, and fair enough. There were more buys that came in at 62 days, again, sevens, so same price, and then 43 days, right? And then there was a bunch of buys 43 days ago. Well, where were we 43 days ago? 43 days ago, we were on a pump. Oh, so was it 75 at that point? So this person is what you might call a lucky donkey, right? This is in the realm of if investing were from 0 to 100, this is -1, right? This person had I want to say they put 70 or 80 ETH into this project and just took out 35 or something like that. Now, are they cutting their losses? No, because if you remember my video yesterday and you didn't see my video yesterday, this is somebody who got mad because Bitboy wasn't nice to him or whatever was going on. But they're mad now because Bitboy attacks my buddy, and I don't like when Bitboy attacks my buddy. So they're doing an active, and that's okay because you, the savvy investor, the person that knows what's going on, you're smart. If you're watching this video, you're a goddamn genius. And if that's the case, then this is a buy opportunity. And look, I'm not telling you this because you're supposed to prop up price or anything like that. I don't sell. I listen, if I get a nice pump here, I might sell waiting for the drop because I know that that's going to happen. And then I'm going to accumulate more. You can check my bag. It's believes.eth. You can always look at my bag. I sold 163 billion a while back. I bought 163 billion a little bit cheaper. I'm still holding 163 billion. Nothing changed for me except I made a little profit along the way. And I used that profit to buy some. I don't even know what token it was, but that's the nature of this game. And the only way that the Ben token earns yield so that it can continue to do stuff is right here. Let me show you. It's by trading, because 0.3 right here is the pool fee that goes into that's how the Ben coin, because it has no tax, that's how it makes revenue for the moment. So in order to fund any ventures and things like that Ben wants to do, that's how it happens. So yeah, so you got a FUD campaign happening. You got people out here who are selling at a significant and gigantic loss just because Bitboy was reading me one day and I don't like it. And my buddy had, look, it's a bunch of crybabies, and I can't stress this enough, right? If you're savvy, if you're mature, if you're somebody who's been through this before and you know what's going on, you don't care about this. This is stupid for you. But if you're not, and you're a neophyte, let's call it, an investor who just got in, who also might say things like, "No, I've been here for like days, bruh. Why is it going down?" You might be a little bit unsavvy in this, and you might not recognize that it does take, there'll be a reversal. Crypto is a process. The reason that Ben can't do anything is because it's going to a V2, and there's got to be, look, there's going to be a lot coming at one time. I can tell you this. The one thing that you might have noticed when you look at Bitboy's Twitter is he does things big. He's in Dubai right now, again, for the third time in just a short period of time. No, I'm sorry. He's in Toronto right now on a panel. I'm not on a panel for ETH Toronto. ETH Toronto, why are you fucking up like that? But he's on a panel in ETH Toronto. Just came back from Dubai, from a second trip to Dubai, and maybe heading back to Georgia now to start running, because he said he's not taking a vacation for a long time after this. He's got work to do. He's got stake. He's building hit networks and all of that kind of stuff, right? Well, what goes along with that? And if you don't think it's Ben, if you don't think it's be everywhere now, that it's about fostering mass adoption, that Ben means something, then you're fooling yourself. All you have to do is have a little bit of patience, let the process play out, and then reap the rewards. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know I ranted here just a little bit, but when Chaddington Tiny Boner starts doing his Tiny Boner stuff, I got to point at him and laugh, because how do you lose 35 ETH and be like, I won because I taught Bitboy a lesson? No, you didn't. You just attacked other investors who are less savvy, like yourself, to get them to hopefully lose a bunch of money. And here's the thing, guys, Chaddington Tiny Boner is probably going to end up buying back in at the bottom because he knows that despite everything, and if you read the messages, you know what I'm talking about. He knows that despite everything, Bitboy's going to pump up. It's going to have a nice, significant, gigantic run. You guys picked the right team. It's just that this market conditions and everything have made it difficult. Anyway, not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again